Hello.
I was about to ask. I was expecting someone to say something.
And then we just stay there silently. This is the closing ceremony. We just stand there
Just
for
silence mourning for half an hour at the end of the Bingothon.
Yes. Well, we're off to a great start.
Well, yes, indeed. Yeah, that was Bingothon Summer 2025. I mean,
5.
technically, it wasn't it yet. Maybe if we get like another like $73 now somehow in like the next 10-20 minutes or so, we could extend this. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah.
Well,
so far that is an impressive $1,177 raised for Doctors Without Borders, which is very impressive. So huge claps.
can my claps be heard on the mic?
Yes.
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 I don't know if my being picked up.
Because sometimes it does cut it out.
When your microphone's such a high quality, though, you try and celebrate the microphone's just like, no, nothing's happening. Nothing is happening.
I will call you out, Vlad, on the fact that you said Bingothon Summer 2025.
Did I say it again?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Oh my god! I'm living in the past.
Yes.
I cannot I'm not mentally prepared for the year 2026.
Look, here's what I'll say.
Is.
If the marathon is in 2025, but we're actually in 2026, it means that there is a whole year of Bingothon before the marathon ends. Because the end of the marathon is 15th of June 2026. But if you're telling me we're actually the 15th of June 2025, we've got a lot of time to hit that.
I think the end of Bingothon Summer 2025 is a little bit earlier than that, but sure.
Yeah, ends up cancelling out, and we just have non-stop Bingothon until 15th of June 2026. Then.
True. Anyways,
that would be the longest marathon for a summer marathon that we've ever done.
I'm not so sure on that. It is up on like the longest ones, but I'm not sure if it is the longest one. I think there were
we'd have to track back to which marathon would have been the longest one. I've got a feeling it was a few years ago.
a feeling. I have like a slight feeling that like the early 2020s could have been had like a long one, but
I generally have a feel that summer 2020 might have been quite a long one, but I wouldn't remember the exact thing.
You know what? Let me dig into the archives.
Either way,
into the archives.
whilst Floa is digging through the archives of Bingothon,
I have here one Bingothon Summer 2020. Summer 2020. The closing ceremony was scheduled for 12:53, which is like in like 2 hours.
Ah, nice.
So that would certainly be a longer one.
What about the opening ceremony?
I do not know if that had, however, a bonus run. So if we do manage to get a bonus run in, that could be longer.
In any case, well, we'll see what happens with that. I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody that's been involved this event to help us reach $1,177, or potentially more if we get more between now and the end of the opening ceremony. Doctors Without Borders, as always, is a great cause to donate for. And seeing all that love poured through those donations, especially for the great work that they do, is amazing. And without all the people that are involved in this event, that money simply would not have been sent through for that great cause. There's the volunteers, the runners, the commentators, so many people just involved that make this event come true.
Yes. Now, what I really like to do about these closing ceremonies is I like to reminisce about the marathon, and in that way we're going from the top of the Discord order, which means we're starting with chaos. What was your highlight of the event?
Honestly, I think it's biased because I was well. If I did them in different points, on a runner's perspective, I really, really enjoyed the reunion from the Get Yourself Bingoing crew for the Chaos Lockout, for a whole new way to do what seems to be a simple lockout and really put a spin on both the way it works, the pathing. I think that went really, really well. On a hosting perspective, this was my first time hosting, and I kind of got all the shifts where it was a lot of the blind runs and a lot of the two-player runs. So it was a little bit difficult for me to jump in from time to time doing any host stuff, but I was able to occasionally at least. I've really enjoyed my experience just hosting, and I really just overall just I, I don't even know how to word it. I'm trying to think of the words. It's been a great weekend is all I think to say, which completely underwhelms what I'm actually trying to portray. But if I had to go and say between all of the runs, the highlight for me was most likely the blind run with the which Legend of Zelda game was it now that was blind?
Link's Awakening?
Link's Awakening, yes. I think that run for me was the highlight of the whole of the Bingothon runs for me. I really enjoyed watching that. I really enjoyed trying to host with that. Keyword trying. And it was really interesting to see a run where we can all see the run, but the runner can't see the run.
Yes, that was indeed a very great run. I do agree on that. Yeah. Now before we go to Yosher, I see that we got a little something. Pika, since this is officially your shift, would you do us the honors?
Yes, of course. So you might have just seen the counter below increasing. We got a $50 donation from the Full Metal, who just ran Kingdom Hearts 2 just now, with a comment saying, "Here's my modest contribution to this incredible event. Thanks a lot for having me for this final run, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see us again at another event." Thank you so much for your $50 donation. It is so appreciated. And that actually puts us at $1,227, which is very, very close. Very, very close to the $1,250 needed for the bonus run. Not quite there yet. We still need those last few dollars, but we are now very close to getting it. So thank you so much for your contribution and your run as well.
Yes, thank you very much. Only $33 left to go.
33.
All right, let's move on with our list. Yosher, what was your highlight?
So I'm going to say something a little bit more meta than a specific run. I have really enjoyed seeing the innovation in forms of bingo. And specifically this morning for the shift, I saw the crazy lockout and the exploration bingos where it's essentially blackout, but you're sort of enforcing a lockout where 2 or And probably you could even do it for an arbitrary amount of spaces, but for Sunshine, it was the first two to get a goal. Those are what's open to them, and then the sort of metagaming built on top of that.
So the easy way to remember the lockout is half the players rounded down.
In normal lockout, yes.
Oh, I'm corrected in chat by Seafood. It's rounded up.
Okay. Yeah, I like do agree on that. Like it was really great. Like we've seen like a lot of variations. I think this marathon with like I don't know. I feel like we had like 4 or 5 different exploration bingos. I think, which I think a huge part of that is that play bingo just now makes this so much easier. I think.
Yeah, literally a toggle.
Yeah, that's very nice. Like you just have a toggle and like it just works basically. Like nothing fancy you have to do or worry your head about. You can just simply toggle it and that's that. Okay, but yeah, now it's my turn. Now, obviously, as the one who is like responsible for all the tech and everything, my highlight were all the tech issues that I was worrying my head about and screaming and everything. 10 out of 10 tech issues would do again. Yay. No,
Can
it's
only get better next event.
Yes, totally. No, seriously though. I gotta give a huge shout out to the entire crew. I mean, I'll get back to that later. But like in terms of run highlights, like I mean, there were a lot of runs, and there's probably also some runs that I definitely still want to rewatch because unfortunately, even I cannot be available 24/7 for this marathon. But something that I'm very glad about is that I woke up in time this morning for the Kingdom Hearts run because that was really a great run to watch. And like, I mean, okay, everyone is like here right now, so you know, this run literally just happened, so I don't think I need to tell anyone really right now. Like, if you missed it, go rewatch it. But uh, yeah, like definitely, I think that was one of the best runs that we had, in my opinion. Like, obviously, not to short talk any of the other runs. And I mean, I said that, but also like if I have to repeat something again, then also the Link's Awakening run. But yeah, all right. But I'm talking way too much again.
As
While
always.
letting let Polog talk, I'm just gonna interject here to say we got another donation. We got $13 from Cuff, which is directed at Flo because the comment says it's 23 Flo. Come on. 27, 27 plus 23 is equal to 50. Get better at math, man. Now, emptying it up. Anyone want to finish it?
I mean, I think we already determined that I don't have it with numbers, especially in the range of especially in the range of 20 to 30. Considering I constantly confuse Bingothon 25 and 26. Numbers in that area are hard.
in any case, no matter how your math skills are, what we can determine is that we're $10 away from the bonus run. So that's all I'll say. $10 away from Shadow the Hedgehog, randomizer by Seafood. So will it happen? Well, we're very close to it. There we go. That was me. I believe next to speak was Lepe.
Yeah. I would say Majora's Mask Exploration Bingo. I think the routing was really interesting, like, because that's another thing about the exploration stuff. Like, what do you pick up along the way? And like when you watch the run, I think the first 40 minutes there was no goal clicked, and then it went really fast. So that was really interesting to watch, like what got set up, and then like sometimes you could just click 2 or 3 goals in a row just because it was already set up. So that was pretty nice. I mean, I didn't watch it live, unfortunately, because, well, I also sleep sometimes. So yeah, Pika, now it's your turn.
Well, before taking it over myself, I see that BTF Flotsam has joined us in voice chat. So if you want to, have you got any particular highlights you want to share?
Well, I haven't been around for much of it, only waiting around for night shift. I do know that the Wii Sports Resort run was quite good, which I managed to sit in the hosting seat for. And frankly, I know that there'll be a lot of great highlights that have already been taken, and some magnificent YouTube VODs that I will gladly watch once they get uploaded. I'll be keeping a very close eye on the YouTube channel and waiting for them to be uploaded.
All right.
In terms of other things,
sorry, I don't want to interrupt you here, but I just saw something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. We have successfully reached 2,000 numbers. Numbers. What are numbers? $1,250 raised for Doctors Without Borders. What are numbers even?
hey, at least you're not mixing up 6 and 7. That would be terrible.
Oh no.
I'm just not gonna deal with any numbers anymore at this point.
You're supposed to be the smart one.
Am I?
Yes.
Since when am I supposed to be the smart one?
You always have been.
That's news to me.
I mean, I
Pika.
guess the best run may yet be to come. I think that might be my highlight.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say the same now.
It's going to be so interesting to see this run with the amount of different paths that this can go.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. And
The game is massive.
so so indeed, the way we reached that now is thanks to a $10 donation from Anonymous with just a comment saying, "Let's see Shadow," and we indeed will see it. So, with all that said, Seafood, it's time for you to set up. Whilst we still ramble in here. Flotsam, was there anything more you wanted to say? Because you got kind of interrupted by the news of Shadow happening.
I guess, other than a comment that other than some other runs that I have seen, all of them have been great. I feel like enjoying this next run will be like stealing candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
Dang.
All right. And as for my own thoughts, I think yeah, I'm gonna go with the fact, kind of similar to what Yosha said. I did like seeing some of the creative uses of bingo we've had this year. That includes, for example, the multiple exploration bingos we've had this year, because exploration bingo is usually a bingo type that's usually only really seen at Bingothon, usually with the Ori series, and they're always really great bingos. But it's most of it like you can just kind of associate it with a particular series. And now we've seen it with multiple games, like with both in Zelda, Genshin Impact, even Mario Kart. And I feel like we're gonna see, because of the fact that it's easier to do it on playbingo.gg. Go on playbingo.gg. It's really cool. You can. I think we're gonna see more of that as time goes. And then there's also things such as the Meta Bingo from Velhunt for the Witness, with the 2 variants, which is also really damn cool. Because basically integrating a witness puzzle into the actual bingo board is really cool. And that's a really creative way to use the bingo board. So yeah, I think that would be what I want to say. Really, it's just seeing people do fun stuff like that with the bingo boards, and hopefully there'll be more of it as time goes. That would be it for me.
But I'm still not sure if I like that. It was just so crazy. The witness bingo was just so crazy. I'm still not sure I fully understood it.
I was there. I do not understand it, but it's like you do the first bingo board, and now it controls the witness that I cannot perceive in any sensible context. I'm
All I
looking at
can
all of
say
the
is,
witness puzzles, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at, much less what has changed.
yeah.
Well,
All I
the way
can
it
say is
worked, there
I
were
am not the witness.
some
No.
goals weren't like stuff you can do, but instead like puzzle elements. So that way the bingo board became the puzzle in the witness style.
That's
And you
actually
had
quite
to
similar to
click
the
goals
archipelago.
because you can only draw a line next to goals you have completed. That's how it worked. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Didn't they have a way to implement the bingo board into the goals in the archipelago for the Stardew Valley run as well? That as a concept is
Oh,
really
really?
interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing other games too. So getting a line and getting some goals on the bingo board will open up checks to make you progress into the game. And I think there are lots of games that can really do that well.
That was actually another thing about the Witness run. They made use of Archipelago to open up the game. And I think Archipelago is really good for doing that sort of stuff. And that's another layer of innovation to crafting your bingos.
Yeah, but I just want to say again that like all runs were great at this marathon. Like probably even those that I didn't watch. I mean, I can't say that, but like all runs were great. So huge shout outs to all of our runners, without whom we couldn't have put on an event, and without whom we wouldn't have raised $1,250 for Doctors Without Borders. And of course, if we're looking at people without whom the event would not have been possible, uh, that is of course our lovely volunteers. Like I'm gonna start with them because I usually tend to forget about them. Our social media team, which is the smallest team, but still, nonetheless, it is a very good team. They're the ones who are working on all the videos and highlights and all the stuff you're probably going to be seeing uh, on our socials, on our YouTube in like the coming days and everything. And also for like the video, it like the pre-event shorts you've seen on YouTube, and also like the in marathon videos you've seen between runs. All thanks to our social media team who are doing some great work. Of course, our lovely tech volunteers who have to have to work with our crazy tech that we're not making it easy on them. I feel like, but you know, uh, they're they're dealing with the hardships we give them, and they're doing a fantastic job. And last but not least, our hosts, the voice of the stream, who are reading all of your donations and are telling you what your money is going towards. And dang, he's already left now. Well,
Left for like well,
because
left for
because I was just about to get to like the most important the most important or like the most important like pre-marathon prep, because this is something that I gotta say, because this was like very important to me for this marathon prep. Like a very special shout out to our development team. So to Lepelog, CJ, to Lepelog and CJ, who together with me, uh, we basically we've rewritten like all of the layouts you've seen on stream. This is like all entirely new. I know you probably haven't seen many changes, but the tech behind this is basically entirely new. And I had many no, I wouldn't say I had many sleepless nights over this. That would probably be a lie, but this has certainly kept me up like in a week, in the weeks upcoming to the marathon. This has certainly kept me up longer than I would have liked. So a very special shout out to them. And like, again, I don't know if you've realized that we've used a new technique to capture the Twitch streams. I think you've all realized that not everything was great on the tech side, so we still have a lot of work cut out for us. But I do want to give a special thank you to Lipilog and CJ, without whom this would not have been possible. So, yeah. And
oh no.
of
Oh yeah,
course,
go ahead.
and of course, another man without whom this all wouldn't be possible is the one and only Picastrov. Uh, do I even need to say anything?
Shut your mouth.
Okay, fine. I'm not saying anything. I will just let your name speak for itself then, I guess.
Well, thank you, but of course, I mean, I think Floa himself has been doing so much, like especially because you mentioned the development, and I mean, I've seen how much you've been doing as of late. So for every single event, you already work super hard. But yeah, I think this particular event has been a particular challenge for you, and that's a lot of credit like to take on, because on top of the things you usually do, then you had so much more to do as well. So really big shout outs on that end, and you will have earned a well earned rest after all this.
I will say Friday night was a critical night for me. The night, specifically the night from Friday to Saturday. That night, that was like the setup between Link's Awakening and Majora's Mask. That is where everything went wrong, and I was really struggling. But thankfully we came up with a quick backup solution as well. And yeah.
There's one last group of people I would like to shout out before I think we can start moving on to our bonus run. And those will be the folks over at Nitro Speedrun who have restreamed this whole event in French. I would like to give a particular shout out to Rumstein, one of our fellow volunteers and runners, who has been acting as a coordinator between Bingothon and Nitro Speedrun. And of course, all the hosts and commentators that were part of Nitro Speedrun throughout the event. Huge shout out to them. It's now been several events that Nitro Speedrun has been restreaming the event in French, and we are always grateful that they help bring Bingothon over to a wider audience that way. So thank you again for all of that. And unless, before I can let anyone say any final words they want to say, if you have any thoughts you'd like to share about the event, you do have a feedback form that's available. Just by typing !feedback in chat, you can just leave your feedback, whether positive or negative, or just basically any thoughts you might want to share. You will have them there. And just feel free to whether you want to do it today or maybe you want to let your thoughts settle down. Just feel free. I'm just gonna put it in chat right now. There we go. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And I don't think I've got much more I want to say right now.
There
Before we move on.
is a couple of more things that I would like to say. Like, of course, I mean, you already said it, but I do want to give a special shout out to Rammstein again, because he said that he will be that he is stepping down as the contact between Nitro and Bingothon. That's why I want to give him a special shout out again for the double work or even triple work he's been doing as a runner, doing tag on the Bingothon side, and again coordinating the entire thing between Bingothon and Nitro. That is such a crazy job again, and that's why I want to give a special shout out to Rammstein again. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. And you'll always be welcome here. Yeah, and of course, I think a very important group that I haven't specifically named yet is you. Yes, you watching. Everyone who's watched the event, who's donated towards Doctors Without Borders, or who simply spread the word on social media. You are amazing. You are breathtaking. And you guys are the reason why we're doing this. Because, wow. Just, wow. And, I mean, thank you. I believe that's all I can say. Thank you very much. And it's been so crazy. It's been almost 9 years since we started setting out doing this, and we've come such a far way. And thank you. Now, without further ado, let me play the credits, and then we'll be going on to the intermission. And yeah, that's yeah. Well, we'll be playing the intermission, the credits now, and something just got stuck in here. Great. Okay, there we go. Never mind. Everything is fine. Roll the credits. Where are we? Here.
If not. Oh no! And that's why you always reload.
Is to your left.
That's my sword, isn't it?
Piece of heart.
Are you freaking kidding me? Come on! I hate everything. Alright, what am I... Oh no, we're gonna have to cross the river. That's the only thing I can think of that we still need to do.
That's hilarious.
This...
You just gotta survive a minute. At this point, I can just let everything attack it and still survive. I've ate my words no more than at this very moment in my life.
So A, you're gonna be muting, but that's the name input. Have fun. B, yep. I'm not saying anything else. I, AKLMN, ML, up here, that seems like a G. I don't know, that's an M, sure. Nailed it.
I couldn't think of a better charity to do this winter stream for. Summer. Sorry, I'm in winter in the game, so I got confused. That was flawless. I'm almost a streamer. Good grief, alright. So back to Stardew and the winter.
Welcome to whatever this reads on my stream. I do not know what this reads. There is a clear intention of what this should be reading, but you guys can read this for yourself, and you know.
There's certainly letters.
I'm assuming the credits itself is also going on like its own YouTube video / closing ceremony.
It's gonna be it's gonna be part of the closing ceremony